Hello, wonderful traders. Dadas here, Dadas Trading Room on Discord and Dadas Trading System Workshop on Patreon.com. Now, a very sad day for me today. Well, yeah, I messed up. Yeah, I messed up quite badly. I mean, not that I lost, a significant amount, but you see, I still managed to keep my initial investment plus some profit. So overall, I'm still in profit. The only thing is that I lost about 2 days work, 2 days work, not today, but 2 days. So like yeah. So basically, what did I do? I mean, at the beginning of the day, uh, let's say what I would call my first trading session, right? I made quite a lot of nice trades. I mean, I decided first of all, I decided to go easy today. I thought, okay, let's trade minimum lot, right? Don't overstress myself. And I've made quite a few here trades, and all of them were in profit. So overall, I was satisfied. Now let's look at those trades on the Discord server because I saved them. Let's look at the English version. Now, okay. So today. That was yesterday. This is today. So the first trade was pretty simple. The market was going down, and I was thinking, okay, maybe it'll turn around, maybe not. Well, it's still going down. It hasn't reached the weekly Dada pivot. So I measured it out, right? Very simple. Measured it out in one with the Dada trade ruler, and I went to the Renko. There was a signal. I entered on the pullback. Yeah, so we got a signal, and yeah, the price, everything here, like the trend line was correct. Everything was correct. I entered at a very good price, and I got my trailing stop triggered. The new trailing stop after 5.5 pips. So after 5.5 pips, it moves the stop loss to 5.5 profit. Well, the market takes it out, not exactly 5.5. So that was okay. Now, the second trade that I made, I kind of made it without measuring anything. I was just, looking at the situation. I saw that that the market here was turning around. I had signals, so those signals are a little bit offset because I must have caught the image while the chart was refreshing. So those signals should be one candle over to the left, right? So anyway, I saw the situation. Market broke out, returned, and showed like a tendency to go back. Okay, so I got in, I jumped in on the train, and again the same thing. After about 5.5 pips, it trailed it, and it got taken out. Okay, good. The next trade I took was a little bit stupid. I mean, basically, it wasn't. I mean, it was pretty correct right here. I mean, uh, I had all the rights to think that the market would be going down and retesting the weekly pivot right here, yeah, weekly data pivot. But it it refused to. Anyway, I was in at a small lot, so I let the price go too far. Well, I did. There was a stop loss, but I put it somewhere that we can't see it. and then I think I put it over there. Yeah, because then basically what happened right there is that it actually got triggered right here. So as the price was coming back, the break-even plus, it got triggered, but or perhaps even the 5.5 pips trading stop, it got triggered, but the market moved violently, so it took me out at 3.26 instead of around 5 pips. We can see the difference here. It's called slippage. Yeah? So this damn slippage. Anyways, I was risking a little bit too much, but yeah, but I still managed to get out of it. So as you can see, what the market actually did later was go back up, but later on it went actually down, and it even went further, much further than I had expected. Anyway, because the market was continuing down, I made another measurement, right? I mean, the market was breaking through the weekly pivot, the weekly Dada's weekly pivot. So as it was breaking through, I figured out that yeah, since they are breaking through, they are likely to continue a little bit. So yeah, that's exactly what happened. I got some signals. I entered on one of those signals, and then hmm, well, I actually entered a little bit like, because this signal wasn't there yet. But, but anyway, this turned out to be probably the best trade of the day, because it was, but yeah, even though it was just at a minimum lot, but it was a nice trade. It got trailed. It got trailed, but you see the candles, the third candle right there. I mean, after the third candle, this candle didn't have any wick, so it basically just jumped. So it got trailed, and it got stopped by the virtual TP. So virtual take profit actually triggered, and again I got some slippage because it should have been a little bit more, because the virtual take profit was more like over here. So again, some slippage, but a very good trade, and taken fully by the yeah, but with the help or managed with the help of my expert advice. Yeah, so everything was nice, everything was cool, and after that the market turned around. So again, the market turned around, and I saw that it was now breaking back up, right? So if it's breaking back up, then they're going to most probably retest some level that's above this pivot. So again, I measured it out, and I got in. You see, I measured it from this signal right here, from this signal, and the market pulled back, went up, pulled back. So it created a trend, and it was going up. So I managed to jump in on the moving train, right? So I jumped in on the moving train, and it's 1, 2, 3. So it's basically the break even on the trading stop, break even trading stop on third box, right? And that got triggered, and that again a fine trade, but still 0-1, not a big trade. I mean, not a big volume. Uh, yeah, and then this happened. I somehow forgot about looking at the M5 and everything, and I entered this small lot again, but this time the market just turned around on me, and gave me a stop loss right there. Now, I got a little bit angry at this point, because oh, let's study the chart, right? It was that that loss was was right there. So I basically, I thought, yeah, they're making a fool of me because, I mean, yeah, I had to accept the stop loss. Sorry, I had to accept the stop loss because I actually didn't know. Like, look, you see, there was a breakdown bearish candle right there, yeah, and there was some, the bulls were attacking, but they're being they were being pushed back down violently by the bears. And it happened once, it happened a second time, right? So yeah, I was thinking, okay, so it took me out here. Yeah, they most probably they're gonna go short, and I got in at one lot right there. I got in short, right? Now, this is pure coincidence that I got out at such a level. Pure coincidence. There's no magic here. There's no voodoo here. See, you see that trade right there? I got in almost at the lowest possible price, but there was no magic there. There was pure, and yeah, and you can see why I was thinking of that they would go at these two right there, right? So yeah, so basically, all I did was just I was looking at the M5 and the candle after I had entered there, the candle was red. After a small while, the candle was red, and it was actually going down quite rapidly, yeah. And then it moved back up, and then started going down again. And at that moment, I was just looking at my counter, and I thought, okay, now I'm in profit, so I better close, and I closed it. And you see what happened right after that. Immediately after that, the market started going up, and then it continued on up. And basically, if I hadn't closed it, I would have likely gotten my stop loss, or at least I wouldn't. It would be difficult for me to make a profit because I would have to, try to close it right there. But knowing me, I probably wouldn't close it right there because I would be waiting, and you know. Anyways, yeah. But still, I was relieved here and quite satisfied. Now, the next thing that happened was pretty simple, something like this, right? So the market again came back down, and again now the pivot point, the weekly pivot became resistance for the market. So I found a trade there. I found an opportunity. Yeah, you see that right there, exactly like that. I found an opportunity and I got in that short, and basically this was again a good short. It was even though I got out manually, but there was a trading. There was the initial trading, but the trading managed to survive, and then I trailed. I trailed manually. I trailed manually, and it got taken out on my manual trail. It says here auto break even in manual trading. Now, the next trade I did was a pure manual trade with manual trading. So basically, it was something like that, like trying to get an opportunity of this range right here. Yeah. So basically, that was my thinking. Yeah. And I didn't have a signal. I didn't have any signals right there, but I kind of figured out, yeah, let's measure it like this, and let's see if the market is gonna go up. You see again a minimum lot, right? And yeah, the market did exactly that. You know, the stop loss was safe, and the market did that, and I simply started trailing. You see, after that candle, I put my trading stop right there, and you know, and there's a wick right there, and this wick took out my trading stop, but the market continued up, and it even reached my take profit level. Okay, so again, maybe a trade without a signal, but it was more thinking like this, that there was a signal before, and this signal is at a potential at a previous support level, and the price respected this support. So that was my reason here to enter the trade. Okay, now what happened next? Next, you know, the market went down, 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 and then it stopped, right? Then it stopped, and it retraced, and right here it looked like the market would be going up. Now, I didn't make this measurement exactly, but it looked very much that the market would be going up. Plus, it was like pretty late already, near the end of the day, so my thinking was, they will probably go up, yeah. And I was let's look at it here, yeah. So the measurement was right there, right? And I was convinced that I was going in at a minimum lot. And I think I'm gonna have to put some kind of a label. I don't know why I haven't done that yet, to inform me of the trading lot. Or at least the trading lot, or the mode that I'm trading, right, at the specific moment, because I was convinced that I had my fixed fixed 01 minimum lot set in my expert advisor, but instead I didn't, and I got my normal 1% risk trade triggered, and it got taken out. Yeah, it got taken out. Even though I was after this action here, I was positive, and for a moment I was even thinking of closing this trade, but I said no, they're going up, so I shouldn't be closing. Well, immediately after that they turned around and it showed me the middle finger. Right? Now let's look at it on the charts here. It was exactly this moment right there. So basically, the market was in I don't know, this moment right there. So basically, the market was in some kind of actually in some kind of a range or consolidation, because I failed to notice right now. I see this right now, but I failed to notice this. You see, this kind of action. So again, we have those three candles, where we have one bearish candle, a small consolidation, dodgy type churning candle in the middle, and another one going showing the other direction. Now, basically, this should have triggered. This should have caused the market to go up, but it didn't. It got rejected. So basically, this rejection should have told me not to go long. But I kinda, maybe because I was tired or whatever, sleepy, a little bit sleepy. So I failed to notice that, and I was thinking of going long. Well, I got stopped out. But at this moment, I got I got frustrated. I got a little bit infuriated, even I would say. And I thought, the motherfuckers are trying to make a fool out of me. As you can see, I entered one lot long, over there again, because the price action right here was showing up, and the candle was actually green right there. The candle was green and showing a tendency to go up, and it might have even had a wick down there when it was going up. So I thought, yeah, now they're going up, and they're probably gonna go up all the way at the end of the day, and perhaps even reach there. So I set my take profit at about 50 pips right there, and I I actually put my stop loss right there first. But I thought, no, I mean, I said I can't risk that much, right? I can't risk that much. So I moved it over there, and I actually had hopes, like uh, 15 minutes of hopes, because the price even came back right here. Not enough to make me profit, but I was actually thinking of closing it, but I said no, let's wait a little bit. And yeah, and I waited, and I was already in more loss. And then on this candle, they just didn't have any mercy and took it out. But look at what they did later on. Just another 15 or 20 minutes later, they would have I would have been in profit over there. Not enough profit to make the whole thing up. Yeah. But anyway, so like I said, and I'm showing you here, I had like over 100 today, 100 and something, like 101, 103 maybe, I don't know, I don't remember exactly. So I basically lost like 50 bucks. So basically I lost my like 2 days of trading. So I was pretty angry at myself, pretty pissed at myself. Anyways, I decided that well, it was too late to try to make make up, because basically at this point I could have made a foolish decision of going down, and the market would have taken out my another stop loss for me. That would be lose just asking for losing money. Now going back in the other direction right there. Well, I don't know. Yeah, that would have been guessing. So too much guessing. So yeah, so I had to give it up. Okay, so that was it. That's the life of a trader. Things like that happen, and they will happen. So yeah, you just have to take it, accept it, and continue on the next day and further on. Right. So that's the summary. That's the recap of today for today. Please like, please subscribe. Yeah, please join my Discord server. You are invited to my Discord server. The invitation is in the description below. Also, I sincerely invite you to become my patron on patreon.com, Douglas Trading System Workshop, and all my patrons get extra benefits. They become VIPs, so very important persons, and they get access to my special channels here. They get access to extra content, special content. You can then get other benefits like special videos made for you on request. And like I say, you don't have to be a professional. You don't have to even know anything about trading. You can be a newbie, and I will also try to help you and make even the simplest videos. Plus many more benefits like free coding of simple indicators and even super expert advisors. Yeah, so yeah, please become my patron, and please join my Discord server. and get your greater benefits. Also, all the money that you are accumulating as your monthly subscriptions on Patreon, they will sum up, and I will give you a free live coaching. Not free, I mean you paid for it, right? So if you get there, if you accumulate enough to get 3 or 6 hours of my coaching or more, then you will get that coaching from me. Plus, you will get the whole data trading system. Of course, you won't get it for just by paying $17 in 1 month, because it doesn't make sense, right? But you can, and also it doesn't mean that you need to pay $17. Now you can pay 18, 19, 20, 25, 50, whatever, right? Those tiers that I set up are not something you necessarily need to do. You can pledge into pay on Patreon any amount you wish. It can even be $1. Minimum is $1. But yeah, $1 won't get you very far. Yeah, $17 will already get you access to my VIP rooms, yeah, or channels, and you will be accumulating for your Dada's trading system workshop. And if you accumulate enough for at least 3 hours of that workshop, you will be getting my, well, I prefer 6 hours. 6 hours is more reasonable for the basic training in my system. Of course, live on the live market. Okay, so if you accumulate enough for 6 hours, you will be getting my whole system for free. Okay, yeah, so that's it for today. Thanks a lot. See you next time, most probably tomorrow. Have a nice one. Bye.